Hi, Justyn and Shaun. Avid Noble Helium watchers will know that the rig has arrived at the Mbelele 1 site in Tanzania. What's the process from here?
That's right, Gareth. It's very exciting. All the months of planning are all coming together now. All of the 38 loads have now arrived on site. There's a big Meccano set that needs to be put together. The drill team's there, the Mbelele team is there. We've got our Noble Helium guys and our HSE management team are all there. And now it's a matter of putting it all together in the coming days. So we're getting ready to drill imminently.
And who is on site? Who's checking into the accommodation hut that you've just built?
There'll be a total of about 100 people at full capacity between the rig crew, the Mbelele team, our own team, our health and safety team, camp. People are actually just making everything run on site.
Look, talking health and safety, I understand, Shaun, that that's a key priority for the company.
I think that while we're super excited to get that drill bit spinning, clearly safety is a very high priority for us, and so we need to follow the procedures, not cut any corners, and make sure that this is a well executed and safe drilling campaign.
And certainly the upside for Noble is that this is a crew that you've worked with before, Justyn, given your long experience in East Africa.
Yeah, so really important that we had a team that knew what they were doing. Obviously, our drilling manager, Dermot O'Keefe, actually drilled the wells for us in Uganda, so he knows how to drill exploration wells in remote parts of East Africa. And his experience has really paying dividends. Everything's happening pretty much on time and on budget, as planned.
And so when do you expect to spud?
Imminently. So as Shaun said, we've got to put all this together safely. And then we'll be ready to turn to the right.
So you're drilling 2 wells at Mbelele. How do those 2 wells work together?
Yeah, so the concept that we've got is that Mbelele 1 is a discovery well. Then we're going to step out. It's about 4 kilometres on the surface and about 100 odd metres down dip. And the Mbelele 2 well will then be an appraisal for the Mbelele 1 with also a discovery leg available in that. And the reason that's important is that we're already working with potential off-takers, and that information that we'll gather through that appraisal leg will allow us to satisfy some of their requirements to formalise those arrangements, but also give us valuable information so that we can plan and get ourselves ready to go.
And there's a key reason why you're doing the wells this way.
The idea that we've got is that we want to move as quickly as we can into monetisation of discovery. I mean, we're confident of discovery, and obviously turning it into money is the key thing.
Now you'll be in Tanzania watching the drilling very closely and watching how the test unfolds. What does the testing process actually involve?
So we're monitoring the mud gas from throughout the entire duration of the well, and that's looking at all of the noble gases that are coming off as well as nitrogen. And we'll also, once we've finished drilling the holes, we'll run wireline tests to take downhole samples and get actual reservoir condition samples, one of which we'll open on site with the lab we've got set up, and the other will go across to a US noble gas lab for verification.
And anyone who knows you and knows the Noble Helium story knows that you're going into this drilling campaign pretty confident. How confident are you?
So we're leveraging 20 years of exploration know-how in the East African river system. All the data that we recognise the importance of this project at the very outset. We've used a very detailed and thorough process to get to our first wells and making sure we're drilling in the right place to test the helium system of this globally unique play. So every piece of data that we've collected on this journey is telling us that there's A, gas in the subsurface, and B, there's helium in that gas. So we're going into a frontier exploration campaign really with just the question, what concentration of helium are we going to find? That's a really good place to start and ideally open a whole new globally significant helium province with.
And Shaun, talking monetisation and how near term it could be, the addition of a new board member comes at the right time.
Yeah, we're super excited to have attracted someone of the calibre as Greg Columbus to come on the board, particularly as we move now into potentially monetisation stage and discussions that we're having with potential off-takers. He talks that language. He's been in that type of business for a long time and understands and can really help guide us not only in those discussions but in the organisation that we want to build to be able to execute that strategy.
And Justyn, you're about to leave for Tanzania. How long will you be there for?
Actually, we're all going. This is a momentous moment in the company's history, so we'll all be there for Spud.
And as someone who's worked in East Africa extensively, I know that giving back to the community is a big part of what you do.
Yeah, that's right. It's a resource project with an angry community around you is going nowhere. So we've been very careful to build that relationship and have an excellent relationship with the local community, all the way up to the ministries. So before we spud, one of the things we'll be doing is distributing some school desks to the local school. We've had a local artisan build 120 desks that we'll present to the school.